morning and welcome to today's episode of Inspired By. We're going to be continuing on our Thanksgiving theme and we are going to be making some miniature apple tarts. So these kind of are inspired by some of the apple dishes that you'll see at the American Pavilion in Epcot or at the Liberty Tree Tavern in Magic Kingdom. Both of them feature classic Americana style food. So for Thanksgiving, we pull our inspiration from there. But I also want to give a special shout out to my mom, who every year for Thanksgiving makes our apple pie. So unfortunately this year I'm not able to indulge in that deliciousness. If you haven't picked up already from my videos, I have an altered diet. So what does that mean for everybody in this video? These apple tarts are going to be refined sugar free. They will be sweetened with honey, but they are refined sugar free. They are gluten-free and the crusts are made with almond flour. So, and also lactose free. So they are a great alternative if you're looking for a healthy tweak on a classic apple pie treat. So let's go make this. I'm really excited for this one. To make these apple pie mini cups, we're going to need the following ingredients. We're going to need 2 cups of almond flour, which I have back here. Then we're going to need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. What I'm actually going to do is use a combination of baking soda and apple cider vinegar. I'm going to need a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of honey, and 2 tablespoons of melted coconut oil. Then for the filling, we're going to need 2 apples. We're going to need 1 tablespoon of butter, 2 tablespoons of your sweetener of choice. I am going to be using honey. And we're also going to need 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, which I'm going to use a combination of nutmeg, cloves, and some allspice mixed in with some cinnamon. I took some silicone baking cups and I lightly greased them with a little bit of coconut oil and I placed them in this muffin tin. First we're going to add 2 cups of almond flour. Next we're going to be adding half a teaspoon of baking soda. Then we're going to be adding 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of salt. Next we're going to mix this all up. Next in the small bowl, we're going to be putting in our egg, our apple cider vinegar, our honey, and our oil. Next, we're going to mix all the wet ingredients up, and then we're going to combine it with the dry ingredients. Okay, that looks good and blended. Move these eggs out of the way. Okay, now we're going to pour these wet ingredients into these dry ingredients and mix them up. Okay, once that's all mixed up, it's good and combined, it will have this really thick kind of consistency. It's a very thick, sturdy dough. Okay, now the dough's rested for about 5 minutes. So I'm now going to take my greased silicone muffin tins. And what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 to 2 tablespoons of dough into each little muffin tin and press it in, but with a little divot in the middle that's going to hold the apples. Once you have the dough pushed into the muffin tin, it should look like this. There's a little divot inside the middle, the perfect size for holding all that lovely apple goodness that's gonna go in there soon. Once you have this, it's gonna go into the oven at 325 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. After they come out of the oven, they should look like this, nice and golden brown. So the next step is gonna be to cook the apples. So we're gonna be putting into this saucepan on a medium heat. We have our 2 apples, which we have cut into little cubey pieces. Those are all going straight in there. Then I have 1 tablespoon of butter. Then I have all of my spices on here. This is a combination of cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, and allspice. Then we're gonna put in here 2 tablespoons of honey. So we have all the ingredients are in there. We're gonna mix that up and we're gonna cook it for about 4 or 5 minutes. After about 5 minutes, we're gonna have nice soft apples. And then from here, we are going to take our pre-baked little crusts we have right here. I'm gonna put these down and we're gonna spoon the apples into the crusts. So we did it, and the apple pie tarts turned out amazing. They are delicious and sweet, and the crust is like tender and delicious, and the apple sweetness starts to absorb into the crust just enough, like it doesn't get soggy, but that flavor soaks in there. They are really, really good. I really hope you tried this recipe. If you do, let me know how it goes. And if you like these videos, you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button to be notified the next time I post something. And have a happy Thanksgiving season. And until next time, stay inspired by. Take care.